I'm going to start this recording, and I'd like to welcome everyone to the Web Dimensions Friends and Users webinar for July 31, 2013. Hi, Mary Louise. How are you? Okay, so we're gonna go through a few things about posting articles today, and then we're going to answer audience questions, and that's going to be about it for today. My new software is almost ready for you guys. It's amazing, but I need to just run through it a few more times before releasing it to you. So let's take a look. Let's start with Viral Video Curator Pro today. And I'm going to post something on the mixing and mastering website today. I'm such a tease, Mary Louise, yes. But I'm going to be delivering to you soon something so amazing that's going to blow you away. So, Douglas, you're funny, man. Okay. So on the mixing and mastering side, let's go ahead and take a look at that. And this has been set up in my technique, and the traffic is very good. In fact, we might as well just let's take a look at how the traffic is going. Because it's really impressive how this thing just goes, it seems to almost double traffic every month. And are you guys here familiar with PWIC? Anyone here not familiar with PWIC? PWIC is a wonderful kind of a replacement for Google Analytics. Are you familiar with Google Analytics? Okay, we got some yes. How about you, Mary Louise? Are you familiar with Google Analytics? How about you, Kathleen? Have you used it before? Okay, it looks like we're not really too familiar with Google Analytics, so let's take a look at that too while we're at it. Because, I mean, it's really not worth your time doing all this if you can't really measure the results that you're getting, right? So what Google Analytics is to allow you to measure the statistics of the traffic on your website. And the same thing is true for PWIC. There is a huge sort of a discussion going on in my mastermind group, which I have a private coaching group if anyone's interested. It meets weekly, and I also provide one-on-one coaching and assistance. And what we discuss a lot, sometimes we discuss all kinds of different things, but one of the threads that's going through the coaching group is whether or not we should be sharing all of our information with Google or not. You can say I have a bunch of websites I'm not doing anything with at all. And I don't think the mixing and mastering one is on this one, but this can show you some idea of what Google Analytics looks like if you haven't used it before. Most of you probably have. But this is a site that I run where I offer a free opt-in to Viral Image Curator Pro for a free trial version. And I don't promote it at all, but I get some, I get some visits on it. So you can see different slices and bases of this data using using Google Analytics. You see the new versus returning, and that may not be completely accurate because people can delete their cookies, and then they always appear as a new visitor, but Google seems to keep changing this, and that's one thing I kind of don't like about it. Piwik has a great interface, and you can really set it up any way you want to. And this is why I like Piwik. And also, it doesn't involve Google. So if you put Google Analytics on your site, if you put any Google scripts on your site, and I'm not saying not to do it, but just so you know, Google Analytics and Piwik, they both involve grabbing a little bit of code and putting it into your blog. And you can usually just put it in one setting in your blog, and it will go on every page. So every time a page is requested, it also downloads the script from Google, and that script runs on your user's machine. Who's ever's viewing that, it runs on their machine and then sends statistics back to Google, including basically everything about the user's machine environment and their browsing environment, and it adds data to the statistics, the overall statistics. The same thing is true with Piwik. Piwik is absolutely free, Douglas. It has there's no cost to it whatsoever. The only thing about it is that you need to learn how to use it. It is an open source solution. In fact, my friend Todd Spears has a product called StatZoomer, which he actually took the Piwik source code and just hacked it and then sold it as a product. So he's making money off it, and anybody could do that if you wanted to do that. Hey, Troy, let's hook up after and we'll discuss it, your idea. So it's completely free. The only thing is you need to be able to set it up, which basically involves just downloading some files to your server and then perhaps setting a configuration or just running an install script, and it gets set up. It does need a MySQL database. You can set up your own Piwik server on one of your own sites, even in a subdirectory, and then you can use that installation to track every one of your websites everywhere across the internet. Now, that does give Google a key to identifying you. If you're one of these people that doesn't want to be identified by Google, then it can obviously cross-reference all the Piwik URLs and say, oh, they're all being tracked by one Piwik site. That's probably a little bit advanced for most of you guys in here. Mary Louise is asking me, if you don't use Google Analytics, does it affect Google's rankings at all? Well, that's a really good question, and I think it's it's like something that a lot of people don't really understand about this, is that you don't have to use Google for anything if you don't want to. Okay, so many people have opted in to use Gmail as their main email provider, and I have a couple Gmail accounts, but I use private email for my own email. But so many people, just millions and millions of people, use Gmail, and that just gives Google a huge advantage over the population, because when you sign up for your Gmail account, you also click that you have read and agreed to the terms. And the terms, if you dig deep enough, pretty much give them permission to read your email if they want to, or use it for data mining or whatever. So everybody that's signed up for a Gmail account has basically signed over their privacy over to Google, more than we already do on a daily basis anyway, by using all these Google applications in our websites and stuff, and putting our blog on Google Webmaster Tools. Just by doing all those things, you're really just handing the reins over to Google, and you're just saying, okay, Google, I will comply with whatever you say, and you can control me. Now, I have one of my coaching students is has always been against that, and he never put Google Analytics and he never put Google Webmaster Tools, and he actually has better results than people that do that. And the reason is because, and it's the same reason I think that Google shut down the Google Alerts just recently, is because if there's so many people curating from Google Alerts, and Google's like just indexing itself over and over and over again every time somebody puts out a curated post based on a Google alert, it's like Google says, well, this is old news because we already have this. So when you set up a website and it's completely disconnected from Google in every way, including an anonymous registrar record for your domain registration, then Google literally has no idea who you are, or the only thing they know is that this website popped up and it has content on it and it looks interesting, so let's suck it down into the index. Is it making sense to everybody what I'm saying here? Put something in the chat box if you would, just so I can see you're with me and I'm not blathering on like an idiot. Totally all right, good. We got a lot of yeses coming in. Cool. Cool. So it's really up to you, and I'm not saying I don't recommend Google Analytics. I mean, putting Google Analytics, AdSense, AdWords, Webmaster Tools, Douglas, any of those things, all you're really doing is saying, yes, Google, you may have the complete run of my business, okay? That's how it works. And with Gmail as your email address, that even makes it even more making yourself completely transparent to Google. So I don't think there's really a pro or a con. It depends on your strategy, okay? Because I wouldn't say mixing it up. I would say you have to sort of make a decision at one point. Are you going to be Google's pet, or are you going to play hard to get? Hey, that's a great song. Are you going to be Google's pet, or are you going to play hard to get? Okay, I could change Google and make that into a little pop tune, or whatever. And the truth is, I use Google Analytics for tons and tons of websites, and I also use Piwik for tons and tons of websites. And on many websites, I have both. And then I can compare. And it's interesting because they come out differently. And Piwik is like sort of shows you data that Google doesn't show you. I think Google has a proprietary interest in hiding some data from you. And Piwik does not, because it's completely free. Joy Miles brings up a really good point. Said, isn't that the same as using Google Browser, Google Chrome? I think that Google Chrome is just as insidious, if not more insidious, than Gmail, because they could literally, I mean, I don't think they're doing anything with Chrome, but the point is they could, they could do anything. They could completely record every single thing you do with your browser on Chrome and other stuff too. I mean, we just don't know how far the secret stuff goes, right? And we just don't know. It could go very deep or not. Most of the tools that I have, they don't show me anything weird going on with Chrome. So I kind of think they're not really tracking us. But I mean, the story of the Trojan horse and the Trojan War. I mean, this is the biggest Trojan horse that we've got as citizens here, is the Google Chrome and Gmail. They brought the horse inside of our gates, and they haven't brought the men out, but the horse is in there. You know what I'm saying? Whether they do or not, I don't know. I'm try to remain positive. Facebook is, Kathleen mentions Facebook, and yeah, there's another issue, but I think on Facebook it's really more about you, what you do on Facebook. I mean, you can stay as private as you want or put your whole life out there, which I feel like a lot of my friends, they just put their whole life out there. They put pictures inside their house, pictures outside their house, you know. They say, we'll all be out of our house tonight because we're going such and such a place. I don't think that's very smart, because if somebody wanted to target your home for a break-in or something, you know, you're just putting your whole, they could probably even look at your profile and figure out which door to get in, you know. But I'm saying, you know, don't put that stuff on there, private, public, or whatever. Yeah, it's absolutely right, Kathleen, because even if you delete stuff, they tell you it's deleted, but it's probably still there, right? That's just how programming works. Anyway, so we got into this deep discussion of Google and Piwik, so you know now why I do use Piwik, and on some of my websites I just totally don't have Google involved at all. In other websites, I totally act as Google's biatch, as June mentioned, and I think that's fine. You know, it's up to you. It's whatever the strategy that you want, because if you do certain things online, it doesn't matter, right? If you do other things online, then it does matter. The point, I think, is like, you know, hi Fred, sorry you're going late. We're just talking about Google, working with Google, working without Google. These days, the way that they've set up the SEO now, it's like you really don't need to do very much to get a ranking, and it's mainly about doing your keyword research and then getting that keyword out on your site in the proper structure. And that's kind of what my whole theory is about. And that's what's got me here. Now, this isn't a huge amount of traffic. 60 visits per day is pretty good, though, and this is now, I think that's the most I've ever got. It just keeps going up. So if we switch to a monthly, and it takes a minute to just load this. So I created this website in a certain way. I had a theory. I implemented the theory works, and now I've created software that creates this structure, and I'm going to be releasing it to you in just a few days. As soon as I do that, I'm looking to get a lot more people in this membership too, because when they see the new tool, pardon me, that I'll be releasing in a couple of days, you're going to trip out because it's simply amazing. So let's just give it just a minute to load up. Oh, come on. There goes Chrome jumping in and saying, it didn't load. Yeah, yes, Manny, I need beta testers. If anyone here wants to beta test the new stuff, definitely let me know. Awesome, Kathleen, Manny. Kathleen, let's have a conversation on Facebook. Great, Johan. Cool, Troy. All right. Cool. I would recommend using, you can set up test blogs. It's very easy to set up a test blog. If you need to learn how to do that, let me know. I'll show you how to do it. Because I have tons and tons of test blogs that I do. Javier has a question. Hi, Javier. He says, how can I access Piwik, user and pass? Well, in general, Javier, the way it works is Piwik is not it's not a central, okay, Matthew, I'd help you set up a test blog. Piwik is not like Google. It's not like a big company that you have to go to beg favors. Piwik is actually just a zip file that you download and you install it on your own machine, on your own server. Okay, Javier? And I suppose I should, I really wasn't planning to do a huge tutorial on Piwik today, but I see a lot of people are interested. I need to do a tutorial for you guys on how to create a Piwik application of your own to use with your blogs. Renee, I don't know what getClicky is, so I can't answer your question. Okay, Mary Louise, I'm happy to do it. Now, if you look at this visits over time here, you can see I started the blog about a year ago, and I just started mixing and mastering.net, and it steadily was going up. And right in January 2013, that was where I started testing for Viral Video Curator Pro, and just to see, what kind of things I can do. And the weirdest thing is the page rank went up to number 4 in about a day, but then it popped back down again. But it's just sort of start to steadily go up. See, December, that's when I started testing Viral Video Curator Pro, okay? Just doing posts every day, maybe even 3 or 4 every day, and then it started steadily going up. And then in April of 2013 is when I implemented my new theory that I'm pushing. And my new theory is actually my new software that you're all going to get is the one that makes this happen, okay? Because I discovered this process. You may see the process in a video on the website that's called Maximizing Your Traffic Channels. And as soon as I did that, the traffic just goes up every month. Look at this, man. It's just like, it's going up quite a nice exponentiated rate every month. And I haven't really done any posts on this. I may have done 1 or 2 posts on this blog since April. That's all. There may be 1 original post on that blog that I wrote myself, and all the rest are curated posts that I did mainly with Viral Video Curator Pro, ICC Pro, and Viral Image Curator Pro. So if you view that video that I mentioned, you'll see right in front of your face how I made that happen. It involved keyword research, and then it involved structuring my blog in a particular way and setting up the appearance in a particular way. And once I did that, and then I just started channeling content into the channels that I set up. And yes, Robert, the new software includes the keyword research automated for you. What it'll do is grab the keywords and then create the structure on your blog and set up my other software to work with it just the same way. Okay, the video's in there now in Actionable Intelligence, Kathleen. It's called Maximizing Your Traffic Channels. It's in the special bonus training section. Fred says the techie stuff kills me. A monkey has to be able to do this stuff, then I'm fine. Yeah, that's why I created the software, because it really, really works a treat. It's just amazing. I want to give you a demonstration. I gave you one last week. It's tons better this week, but I've still got a few issues to sort out. I don't want to just show you and make excuses for why there's a bug here and there. I want to get everything fixed, and I'm going to put it out. Believe me, I'm working maybe 16-hour days right now to get this thing done, because not only are you all going to benefit when it's done, but I'm also going to benefit because I'm going to be able to sell more memberships once this thing is done, maybe even at a higher price than you guys are paying. But don't worry, you're not going to pay more. So it works, and here is the blog itself. It's called Mixing and Mastering. This is the stats this here are the traffic stats. There's my puppy for mixing and mastering. Now, when we first started out, I just had home, mastering, mixing, and music production, and no subcategories, and that was all. So from here until here, that was all I had. Those 4 categories were not chosen with keyword research. They were only chosen because they were related to the main topic, mixing and mastering. Okay. In fact, those terms, mastering, mixing, and music production, have a lot of competition. But what I did in April was I identified the keywords that would fit underneath those as subcategories, which had the keyword research, the keyword criteria that results in traffic. Okay, and I put those on, and I created the subcategories and the submenus, and then I started channeling traffic to all those subtopics. And once I did that, that was when the traffic started to go up like crazy. Okay. Frank wants the URL to that video. Let's see if I can find it real fast. I have to log in. Give me just a second. Yeah, it looks like Douglas got it already. But you go here, you go to special bonus content right here, and go down to maximizing your traffic channels. Okay, and then it's a 5-part video, and it uses keyword research using some tool from my friend Oz Dadon, who's a super smart guy. I learned a lot from him. And I didn't really steal his ideas, but I did borrow one of his criteria in my new software, along with a lot of other stuff. So what I do talk about in here, I also have implemented into the new software for you, so you don't really have to learn all the technical stuff. And I think it's the pugilist or judge and jury, one of those two. Basically, it's the main deal that I've got out of Oz is that I think I went over this last time about the broad phrase, the broad, the phrase, and the exact, and how that the broad match contains the phrase and the exact. The phrase contains the exact. So if you start filtering out everything that's not, I'm not going to say that you need a pugilist, Matthew, because my new software, I believe, will solve all your issues. You may want to pick it up, though, if you like his strategy, because he comes from a different school than I do, but it's close, you know. I actually did purchase Pugilist recently just because I wanted to be a part of my friend Oz's program, you know. But you do not need to. What I'm going to make a deal with Oz one of these days and try to offer you guys his stuff at a discount. So don't get it now. Hang around with me, and if you really want to get with Oz, I'm going to get you into the best possible deal I can get with him. But in the meantime, just stick with me, because I've got some, you know, some really cool stuff built into my software, which means you won't really need that. Okay, so that's the whole point. So okay, back to mixing and mastering.net. Manny asks me, are these pages, posts, or categories? And that's kind of my little theory here, is that I use categories. I use menus made out of categories. And then so when you click on a menu item, you're going to go to the listing of content that's under that category, right? And it should show on your on your screen. So you see dance music mix 2013s. Not sure why all those are under dance music mix. That's really not appropriate for some of them. But I think I put those before I started the new technique. So the permanent structure that I did, I don't even remember. I think it's just post name, but we can take a look, find out. Now, when I first started this blog, I wasn't doing this technique. But now that I'm doing the technique, I'm targeting particular categories. And as you can see, a lot of my categories still do not have content. So what I need to do is basically go through and start targeting these categories for content. I'm going to show you how to do that today. Of course, it may not, you're not going to get the full benefit until you implement my complete system, which is you're going to be able to do with ICC Keyworks that I'm putting out soon. So we go to settings and permalinks. And you can see I'm just using post name. I do think there is some automated siloing going on though with this names, like so what I do need to do is start filling out under these categories. So if I click on careers and music, these come up, okay? I'm not sure why they're all in careers and music. I think I have to check that out. But certainly the two, this one is related. And yeah, I do think that the siloing structure comes up. Troy's asking me how much more beneficial would it be to actually use the category name in the URL. I think it'd be fine. You know, the thing is that I don't do that. I don't think it's that important at this point. That's just my opinion. Though you could, you know, we're all doing case studies. We're all living case studies. So I'd really love to know if people in here are trying things and having, you know, great success using a certain technique versus another technique that they're not getting success with. Because you have to have a, of course, you need to have a control group if you're doing any experimenting or any case studies. So you need to try it with something and you need to try it without something at the same time in order to see if it's really going to do better. Now the thing is, I did not set up the category siloing, so-called, on this blog because I started it before, you know, before I started implementing this whole thing. So if I were to go back now and change the permalinks, it would kind of screw up all the indexing. And WordPress may, in fact, generate automated 301 forwarding for each page, but I really don't want to mess that up because my traffic is so good, it's getting so good with this thing, I don't even want to, you know, mess around with it now, right? So no, I don't have categories in the siloing. It's just that when you click one of these links here, you get a URL like this, mixingandmastering.net, category, music production, careers, and music. That in itself is a great siloing. And yes, Matthew, you got the idea. We use one of our curation tools, and we target to the category, and then it just pops up under there. So then we have content, right? So let's take a look at that. So here's Viral Video Curator Pro. And as you can see, I've also, on my keywords list over here, I also have all the same keywords imported into the software. And by the way, that is also a part of the new software. It will automatically implement the keywords into your categories and into all the curation tools, or at least into ICC Express. I haven't put it into the other tools yet, but it works in ICC Express. So because the new software is basically a partner to ICC Express, and ICC Express has a mini version of VVC Pro in it, which we may expand. So ICC Express really will be the launching board for the content. But right now I'm just going to use this because it's already set up. I've already imported the keywords doing that, okay? Yeah, Matthew says he's going to change from category post before some of those URLs get too big. Yeah, whatever you decide, folks, do it. Please do it at the beginning, because changing up when you're already getting some success and some indexing and stuff can cause you big problems later. Okay, so you make your decision right when you install the blog and set it and forget it. Never go back to that permalink thing again, because you'll just screw yourself up. If you get some success and then you change your permalink structure, you're going to mess it up. Okay, that's why I just choose post name and I set it and forget it, and then I do my other structure, and the category menus is. Let's just, I do this quite often. I'm going to do it again now. This is my little technique for showing you how does Google see the blog. Okay, so I'm going to find my body tag, and I'm going to select the whole thing all the way to the bottom. Copy that and open my favorite program, Edit Plus, which is, you can register, but you can use it for free, www.editplus.com. It's such an awesome program. I've used it since 1998. So now I'm going to select the body tag and getting a new HTML file, paste that in. Can just remove scripts because you don't really need those when you're previewing. Now I'm going to just click the preview button here, view in browser, and I click that, and now we can see what that menu structure has done for my blog. Okay, so this is what Google sees right when it comes in. It was right at the top of the blog. Okay, our main H1 keyword, a little explanation, and then this very nice hierarchy. Now, I don't know if you can see down here at the bottom of the page, as I bring my mouse over these links, you're going to see it does have the word category in the URL, but it also has the parent category and the child category. So it says mixing and mastering audio unit, mixing and mastering waves audio, etc., etc. Now if I go down here, it says mixing and mastering, audio mixing, or mixing and mastering music production, best music schools, mixing and mastering music production, electronic music production. Okay, so this is, it's not really like the same kind of siloing that everybody else does. It's sort of it's sort of category siloing based on the parent and child categories. And by the way, my new software creates this, I guess I could say automagically. It creates this and the menu and everything. It just sets up everything for you. All you have to do is do the keyword search, figure out which keywords are the money ones that are going to bring you the traffic, select them to the project, and click execute, and bada bing, your blog is done. And you're ready to then start channeling content, which is what we're going to do right now. Okay, so and Manny says that looks like a more natural way of making a silo than just blatantly forcing these words. And I think it's true, Manny. I think it's quite natural, and it makes sense. It totally makes sense. So then I'm not going to go like mixing and mastering.net, mixing audio at the studio, whatever. It's just it gets to be too much. Definitely more subcategories can be added. Gary, you can enhance your blog anytime you want to, as long as you don't do it destructively. You know what I mean? You don't go back and do things that are going to accidentally shoot yourself in the foot by making a change. You add, that is, you don't make your changes subtractively. You do it additively. Johan is asking me my silo setup process and what software I'm using to set it up. Once again, I'm going to direct you to this article on our Actionable Intelligence website, which it's a 5-video it's a 5-video series called Maximizing Your Traffic Channels, and it's located under Special Bonus Content. If you watch those videos, Johan, you're going to see my process for planning my so-called silo, which I don't really call it a silo at this point, but I think a silo can be applied to any number of possible techniques, so we'll call it a silo. So this video series will show you how I made the decisions to do that. I'm pretty sure it deals with the mixing and mastering website too. It shows you exactly what I did. I don't use any software to do that in this series, Johan. I did it all by hand. But when I saw the results that I got on Piwik, which you can see right here, this is when I made the change in April, and it just goes up every month since then. Now, I just realized that if I could create that into a system that my users could use, then we can all have the same kind of results. So that's what my new software will do for you. And I'm literally just days away from releasing it to my users. Certainly the beta testers, we're happy to have beta testers. I think I'm going to kind of use the whole membership as my beta testers, because you're all going to get the software. It's just as soon as I have it into a form that I can confidently release it to you, which will not be, I don't think, more than 48 hours. It's coming along so well now. So, but you can learn all the theories, by watching these videos and maximizing your traffic channels. Gary asks, the new keyword software will manage the process of identifying and choosing the main categories. It will basically identify the keywords that will give you the best returns, and then allow you to arrange the structure, and then we'll create your blog based on the structure that you design by dragging and dropping. Okay? yeah, Johan, go ahead and review that material so you know what we're doing, and we'll take from there. So I was going to try and go ahead and just maybe create a few posts in front of you. And before I do that, though, I did want to mention that something else that everyone should do, and I do have this in most of my documentation, my tutorials and training and whatnot, but you should go to this writing tab on your settings. Scroll down, and where it says update services here, as you can see, I've got lots and lots of entries in the update services. Okay? You guys know what that's for? Anyone? Pinging, Manny says. Roy's got it. Okay, so what it does is that when a new post is placed on your blog, okay, so when I create a new post with Viral Video Curator Pro or any other software, or if I do it just directly on the WordPress blog, as soon as that post is made, my blog will then iterate through each one of these URLs and send a request to each one of those servers with my new post's permalink URL. So each one of these servers will receive a notification with my new blog post URL. And on the back end of those servers, when they get my new blog post URL, they stick it into an RSS feed, which is just another topic. We've created a PDF about RSS feeds and ping servers, and everyone will get a copy of that explaining it. But basically, when that ping server, all of these ping servers, what they do, each one, when they receive my ping with my new URL, they basically broadcast my new blog posts into an RSS feed, which Google then sucks up and will basically, they'll know, it'll get it indexed quickly. So it won't sit out there in cyberspace and nobody knows about it. And the more ping servers you ping, the quicker it gets into the search results and into the statistics. So we have a file on the website. I'm not sure if it's on Actionable Intelligence. It may be. We have a file with all of these ping servers, okay? So all you have to do is get that file and then paste the ping servers into this area and save changes, and then you'll have them too. And if you I'll put it on the Facebook group where that file is located. I think it's on the VIC Pro website. I'm not sure if we have it here. It's in Hugh's WordPress guide. If you haven't ever seen that, it's a good training. It has a lot of my little tips. Here you go. Okay, so you go to extracurriculum, Hugh's WordPress guide, scroll down, and click on WP ping list. Okay? And it's a PDF. I may actually have to change that to a text file because once you do copy it, there's some defects in the list that you have to repair by hand. So if I were to do like select all and copy it, and then I can get a new text file on Edit Plus. You can see, for example, here's one that has two on the same line, so you have to fix that. Looks like it's perfect except for that, and you want to get rid of this paragraph. So once you get all that, you just copy. Oh, there's another one with two on the same line. Okay. Get rid of those. Is that it? So we'll just copy the whole thing, go back to the writing settings on the blog, and just paste them all into the update services and save changes. Okay, that's how you get that set up for free. No plugins involved. You don't have to sign up for any servers. They're all completely anonymous ping servers, and there's high availability. They're set up to receive pings at any time. All right, Fred. So, so there you go. So I'm not trying to sell you a plugin. There may be plugins that do this very well. Thanks, Douglas. But you don't need a plugin. It's all completely free, and you can also go out and search for a list of ping servers to put in. This is the most comprehensive one that I've gotten to date, and just go ahead and put that in so that when you create a post, bada bing, it automatically goes out to like 200 ping servers and gets onto like 200 RSS feeds, and Google sips them, sucks them in, and gets you indexed quickly. Okay, so back to mixing and mastering. I'm going to find, let's find a career. Let's find a category that can use some content, and then gets, okay, DJ Online. I'm going to target DJ Online right now. So let's say if I go mixing and mastering, and I can actually select DJ Online on this side. Actually, that doesn't work on this one. It works on ISC Express. So I'm going to go ahead and select DJ Online from the list and then save it to my profile. And that will automatically match up whatever I do with this keyword DJ Online. Okay, so I'm going to go video search, and as you can see, the keyword automatically comes up, DJ Online. So now we've got a bunch of video content which directly targets the term DJ Online. We've got over here DMC Online World Finals DJ, DMC Online DJ Championship, Fantasy DJ Make Beats for Free Online, DJ Online, there's a good one, Virtual DJ Online, How to Digital DJ Fast Online Video, so on and so forth. So you can see all the topics of these YouTube videos are, directly targeting the keyword that I want. Okay, so I'm going to pick right now this one because it has DJ Online directly in the title. I'm going to click on the Quit Post. Looks like some kind of Norwegian thing or something. I have no idea. Let me just go ahead and play that for a second and see what it is all about. Okay, yeah, we'll just, what the heck, we'll share this. Troy's asking me, do you use CBNet Ping Optimizer or the equivalent? Troy, I believe it's starting in WordPress 3.5. CBNet Ping Optimizer is no longer required. They have built that functionality into WordPress. The CBNet Ping Optimizer is something that because the way WordPress used to work is that whenever you saved that blog post, it would send a ping regardless of whether it had already pinged that URL or not. And if you changed the permalink, then it would ping that immediately. And CBNet Ping Optimizer was a tool that basically it queued up the pings and made sure that they didn't go too close together, because Google was cracking down on too many pings. That's like all these internet marketers, ping, 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 ping. So WordPress built in the ping optimizer into WordPress, so it will not re-ping a URL that has already been pinged. Also, it will automatically generate the 301 forwards for any permalinks that get changed, and it will queue the pings sensibly in the background. Okay, Troy, I hope that answers your question. You do not need CBNet Ping Optimizer anymore. Matthew says, if you're editing your blog a lot, won't it re-ping the URL ever again? My understanding, Matthew, is that it will not re-ping the URL ever again if it was the exact URL was already pinged. The reason is because you're not supposed to tell Google every time you change the word from the to a or whatever. Okay? You're only supposed to ping once to a ping server, and then it will automatically collect that URL and put it in the list to be indexed. Once that URL is indexed, then yes, Matthew, the spiders start coming because it's on the list. The spiders hit the URL that's on the list. If you try to put the URL on the list more than once, it's not going to make the spiders go more. Okay, it's only going to say, you put that URL on the list more than once, you suck. Okay, you just put the URL on the ping list on the external server once and let Google say, oh, there's a new URL for me to index, and then it gets on the schedule. The spiders go regularly. They don't just go the first time. Spiders visit again and again and again, and they always look for new changes. Okay? So that's why if you have a website or a web page that Google doesn't like for a particular term, and then you go and change it and change the on-page SEO to the point where it looks good, then you're going to get better rankings. And you don't have to ping it again because Google will come back and check for your changes. Okay? All right then. So let's go ahead and just make a few posts. And as you can see, the category here was pre-selected to DJ Online, and this is the category on my blog. It's not in the software. Right here, these are all the categories on my blog. So by setting my default keyword on the profile to DJ Online, it automatically targets the matching category on my blog. So that's the one reason why my system is so cool, because you're going to be able to choose the keywords first that work and then implement them throughout the entire system, so you have these parallels coming up in every step. Okay, now I'm not going to say, I'm going to change the title first. I'm going to say, check out cool beats from Lop Day DJ Online, and I'm going to delete that last part. And I'm just going to say, I was checking, I was looking around for some cool tunes to listen to, and I found this video about DJing and Lop Day Online. Okay, that's believe it or not, I know that sucks and a half, but you don't need anything more than this to get rankings. I know it sucks. I don't know what they're, like Harlan Kilstein says, I don't know what kind of crack they're smoking over there at Google, but that's I bet enough crack to make them $15 million a day or whatever it is. But believe it or not, these type of things rank for these like keywords, and I might end up ranking for lop a day or something as well, but this will rank for me for DJ Online. Some EDM tracks, but it's smoking. Okay, I'm just going to say that. I know it's just a bit of a screen of some EDM tracks, and EDM is also a keyword. It stands for electronic dance music. So that would also be a keyword. That please share, Frank, is part of my software. It's part of my templating. You can delete it if you want. Personally, I'm going to leave it there because I want that call to action, and that's sort of part of the curation thing, is you just have a call to action. Now, it could be anything. It could be, if you like more of this, you know, go check out this CD, or if you like this, then buy the CD, or if you like this, please share it with your friends or whatever. You know, it really doesn't matter, because to be honest, the only thing that Google's looking at right now is this stuff, the title, and the fact that it's a YouTube video. They own YouTube, so they love it when you curate YouTube stuff. Yeah, Douglas, it's like lap dance music or lap dance music. I don't know, man. I don't know what lap day means, but I'm just going to assume that I know what it is and put it on there. Okay, so as you can see, we have changed our title. We're already targeting the direct keyword category, and we've done our little post. We've previewed the video. I could set it for a date in the future by setting the post date, but I'm not going to. I'm going to post. I did fix the Twitter thing that wasn't working last week, so I'm going to go and put this on Beats for Days Facebook page. Not put the post, but it will. What it's going to do is get the permalink, the same thing that we're pinging with all those ping servers, the same URL, and it's going to stick it on my Facebook page and in Twitter, and it'll use the text from the post. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and post that. Here we go, bombs away. Putting it on the Beats for Days page and on the Beats Producer Twitter. I will get to all the questions, but first let's just take a look and see if it worked. DJ Online. Okay, so I sort of knew it was going to have some weird characters in there, but oh well. For some reason, this seems to be sharing other stories. When you have 0 for that category, it shows 0, but when you have 1 story for that category, it shows other stories. I'm not sure why. It must be something with the theme. Which brings me to Roy's question, do you need a specific theme for this? You should pick a nice theme, you know, and you should sort of pick one that's appropriate to whatever the subject is or whatever the application you're trying to do with your blog. I personally, I really do like the magazine basic. It's a free theme, and I love the way it makes it look. You know, that there's thousands of themes out there, including ones that you pay for. The main thing I'm going to suggest for my particular technique is that it will have this option here, which I'm going to show you. When you go to menus, give it a second to load. where up here it says theme locations, your theme supports 2 menus. And you have main navigation menu and sub navigation. Oh, that's not spelled correctly, but that's not my fault, navigation. Yes, this is Magazine Basic. It supports 2 menus. I mean, you could even use the 2010, 2011. You can use the standard themes. And they work. I mean, you can use the WordPress standard themes, and I do believe those are responsive for mobile, Bob. And I do think it's important to have some kind of a mobile solution set up. And we'll get into that a little later. But the main thing is that, you know, a theme you have to be able to set your menu right here. Okay, you create a menu here and then you set it here. So I have the top main menu here, and that was that's all of this link hierarchy that I've showed you in Edit Plus. That comes directly from the main menu, having been placed in the main navigation menu setting. Okay, hope that's clear. Right here, and we'll show you the main menu so you can see what it looks like. As you can see, when the page loads, the menu is set up with the hierarchy that I described, and it happens to match the parent-category relationship of the categories, the parent-child relationship of the categories. Okay, so this main menu is set up in the main navigation menu slot and saved. My new software does this, so you don't have to even do it. Okay, so now let's just take a look at that post. So here's my new post. Now I'm going to maybe do another piece of content. Oh, let's check Facebook just for the heck of it. Oh, that's not it. Beats for days is what it is. Okay, let's go to beats for days. And as you can see, it is right here. Give it a second for your screen to refresh. Yes, Gary, the software interfaces with the themes menu functions. I'm not going to say it's regardless of what theme, because there may be some themes out there it doesn't work with. But that's why we need beta testers, right? We need to get some good testing going on. Okay, so we'll look at Twitter in a second, Mary Louise, but right now we're just going to look at this is how the bookmark shows up on Facebook, and you can see it's a very nice looking bookmark. If you click See More, you have pretty much the entire post on the Facebook, and then when you click this link, it goes directly to the post on the blog. So that means it's kind of like a social backlink that's made. Okay, what's that on the elevator? Okay, and then let's try the Twitter, see what happened there. I'm not seeing it. There may still be an issue with that. I'm sorry. Hate it when things don't work and I'm giving demonstrations, but it just that one did not work. So I will go back and I did this though just the other day and it worked fine. So it may take a minute to queue, or maybe there was some other issue. I don't know how. I will check it out. But when you do send a tweet, and this one was done when I was testing last week for 14153, I think. You see it worked fine, and it puts the video right into the Twitter feed. And the software, when it posts to Twitter, Mary Louise, it automatically chops it to 140 characters. Yeah, Matthew, we'd love to have you do some testing for the new system. Anybody that wants to help out with the beta testing, I'd appreciate if you could, let's say I'll put a post on Facebook about it, and then you guys can all answer in the comment thread, and then I'll contact you individually over Facebook to give you your beta copies, okay? It's probably not going to be too long until anybody just gets it anyway, but I'd love to have people testing it. Okay, Mary Louise, I'm sorry that one, it didn't seem like it worked. I'm not sure why that first one didn't work, but this was one that worked just a couple of days ago. It may be queued on Twitter servers, I'm not sure. Let's see if I refresh, if it's going to come back. Yeah. Not seeing it. Oh well. I'm going to have to go back there and just make sure there's not something that's messed up there. Roy wants to know how to join the Facebook group. I'm going to send the URL to everyone. Okay, so I've just sent the Facebook group URL to everyone. Anyone that's not in that group, please click on that link and just request membership in the group, and then we'll bring you right in. Okay? Well, yeah, you need to have a profile on Facebook, Gary, if you're going to do that. But why not? You don't have to put private stuff out there if you don't want to. You know, just show up, basically, and you can basically, you know, suck down other people's info instead of putting your own up there, right? It's up to you how you use it. Okay, so this is the group, and I do post a lot of stuff in here. We do have a lot of stuff going on. And Gregory's asking me, with the new software is to be tested with all new blogs, will we use maximizing traffic training videos for the new software, or will you have new updated training with the software? Gregory, if you watch that maximizing traffic channel video tutorial, you'll learn the theory behind the software. But you don't, I mean, I recommend that you do understand how it works before you use it, so you use it intelligently, right? If you go through that video training, that shows you how to do it by hand. But it also shows you all the theory behind the software that I created that you'll have in a few days. Gilles Gauthier is asking me what's the name of the theme, and the theme was called Magazine Basic, and it's completely free. I've recommended that one for over a year. One of these days I'm going to put out my own curation theme. Okay, so before we go, and we got to go soon, but before we go, oh, we got a bunch of new people coming in, that's cool. Before we go, I'm going to do one more post. Hi folks, come on in. I'm going to do one more post. I'm mixing and mastering, and let's find another, let's find one that needs some some material. That one has enough. Music programs. I will show you, Roy's asking me, do I need any plugins? As I showed you the ping servers today, how you put those in so you can automatically broadcast all your new posts. I do use a couple of plugins that I find very helpful. Depending on, the application of my blog, I do use this one called Auto Seo Tags. I think it's available on the website. If not, I'll put it up for you so you can download it. Auto SEO Tags does an amazing thing, which is that whenever somebody searches for a particular keyword and it brings the searcher to one of my blog posts, it automatically adds that keyword as a tag to the blog post if it's not already there. I think it's kind of similar to what Peter Garrity has been doing with this P1 content magnet, and that definitely is very similar to my theories, because it's basically, hey Troy, not off the call yet, brother. We'll talk when it's time. It's basically, you have to see what are you actually ranking for, and that's why we use PWIC, because you can see right here this whole list of keywords. These are the keywords that I'm ranking for right here, and then so we'll cater to those, because if we're already ranking for those keywords, then we might as well just cater to those and get more and more rankings. I mean, instead of trying to rank for some keyword that that you'll never reach, find the ones that you can reach for and that are already working for you, and then push those. Okay, so I use Auto SEO Tags. Google XML Sitemaps is a definite must. Google XML Sitemaps is, you can create a complete sitemap of your entire website. It saves it to the directory of your blog, and then it pings Bing and Google with the sitemap. So then it's a little different from pinging a blog post. It like pings the whole site, but not like all the URLs. It says, hey, we got a new sitemap, so come and check it out whenever you have a chance. So the spider comes and reads the sitemap, and in that way it's able to index all the URLs, all the new URLs, if there are any new ones, or the old one. It just says it like keeping your site up to date. You can also plug your sitemap into Google Webmaster Tools. But if you are of the persuasion that we discussed in the beginning of this call, that you don't want to interact with Google, and then you internally to Google, then what you can do, you can have a completely anonymous site but still use Google XML sitemaps, like saying, hey, Google, you don't know who I am, but I got some good stuff here, so come over and check it out whenever you want to, right? And in some ways that really works, because Google, as I say, based on my theory of why they shut down the alerts feeds, is because they don't want to curate stuff that they already have. They want to they want to index new stuff. So if you keep your blog or your blog network completely outside of Google, then Google's a lot more interested to come in and see what you've got, because it's, hey, you've got something that I don't have, and I want to give it to my users. Okay, so keep that in mind. So there's, I also use Spanker, and that's a must. And I do have an affiliate link for Spanker. If you want to get it, I get it through me, and I'll completely help you with it and give you training and all that stuff. But Spanker is totally the bomb. You should have it. And then I also use WP Auto Add Tags sometimes. Right now I'm not using that. the auto SEO tags is working great. So if you use WP Auto Add Tags, it will automatically get tags right when you place your post. Right when you save your post, it will automatically parse keywords and create tags, so you don't have to do that. Okay, so you can ping, you can tag, and you can sitemap automatically with these plugins, and I definitely recommend. The Spider Spanker is an awesome thing. I'll just give you a little look at it. This is Spider Spanker. Right now it's showing me everyone that's visiting my site, and it's telling me whether they're a spider or a real person. As you can see, as we speak, Googlebot has 2 spiders, or at least one has a spider on my site right now. And I've also got visitors. I've got some other spider here. This is Yahoo, Japanese Yahoo is already crawling my site. And I got a few people asking where they can get this. So let me just show. If you go to my company website, webdimensions.net, and you click on special offers and you go to Spider Spanker. I'm going to go ahead and paste that affiliate link for you right now. And send that to everyone. Okay, so you now have the link. If you want to get that through me, you can do that. Troy's asking me, is it blocking them now? I have it set up to let 100% of good spider attempts crawl my site. Now I have a staff website where I got it set to 0 because I don't want Google indexing anything there. Even if you say in robots.txt, don't spider, they'll still do it if they want to. So when you use Spider Spanker, it completely stops them because it sends a 404 not found. Okay, so so now I do have certain spiders set that I don't want anything to do with, like Baidu, and there's a couple of other Russian spiders and Chinese spiders that we just don't want them on the site because they suck up the bandwidth. So we've got those spiders set to completely get a 404. If they try to spider anything, they're just said can't find anything. Okay, so they're not going to come back. Or if they come back, that's what they're going to get. Okay, so that I use that plugin, and so now you know the plugins that I use on this kind of site. If that thing came up yet. Okay. So anyway, there's that. I'm going to just do one more post, and I'm going to do it this time for free audio software. Okay, I'm going to go settings, and just go ahead and in my default keyword, I'm going to select free audio software. And by doing that, it's going to auto select the category. So we've got free auto software selected in the video search. And I think I'll do this Audacity, perhaps. Let's see. Let me check this one. Best free audio recording software. And of course, I really don't know what it's about unless I play the video a little bit, so I'm going to do that. Video player's too small. I'm going to have to open it in the grabber and just have a look at it quick. Yeah, Troy, if you are very knowledgeable about the mobile stuff, I would love to talk to you because I need to work that out. A PowerSoft free online auto recorder. Okay. Really doesn't look like that good of a video, so I think I'm going to pass on that one. I really just want to put stuff that I think is kind of cool. Let's try this best free sound and recording. This is Audacity again. Okay. It doesn't say audio it doesn't say audio in the title, so I'm going to skip that. Let's see about this one. Free audio editor.
All right, hey guys.
That sounds like some little kid. I'm going to pass on that one too. Free video audio recording software. Okay. I'll do that one. Is that the one I just got here? No. Where was it? Yeah, this one I'll do. This one is good. It's not really about audio recording, but it's about free video and audio recording software. It records the video and audio from your computer. I'm just going to say, if you are looking for some, and then it's got my keyword already bolded, free audio software that will record audio and video from your computer, then this video may be of interest to you. Okay, so that'll be good. And it's got Mike St. Clair here in the description. That could be a keyword, you know, Viper Paranormal. Okay. This looks like a fairly good solution. Let us know if you have ever used it or if another solution works better for your audio and video recording software needs where you're free audio and video. Okay, so there we go. Because believe me, people search this free audio software. That was a good term. I remember it had like quite a few thousand match searches on that. Okay, so, and as you can see, my category free audio software is already selected, and that's the category on my blog this time. It's matched with my default keyword. So I'm going to change the title here. Let's say record. Maybe I should better match it with the keyword. So free audio software that also records video from your computer, from a computer, from a computer. I'll just leave it, just records video. I'll just leave it like that. Okay, so we post. I think I'm going to, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to leave Twitter off for now. And I'm going to research what's going wrong with that again. So put this on group filing mastering. And let her rip. Bada bing, Geronimo. Okay. And now under free audio software, I could click the link in the software and open a new window, but I'm going to just go ahead and refresh this category page on the blog and see the new blog post. Okay, there you go. Free audio software that also records video. And this is actually now a link to the actual post. It's not the post itself, but it comes up under free audio software. Okay, so then we can click on that. Okay, I got a couple of questions here. It came up very nice. So that it's a nice post. And you see where the gentleman that was asking me about the share, Frank asked me about the share link. So you can see I say, please share this, and then I have this. This is another plugin that I use that I didn't mention. It's called Add to Any. So I have the share right underneath where it says, please share this, so it's like people can share it. I don't know that I have a lot of sharing, but to be honest, folks, I've ended up with thousands of backlinks to this blog by doing nothing. I've done nothing, and I have like over 5,000 backlinks, and it's because people out there have picked this up, like students and stuff, and they've posted it, links on their blog, rolling their blog back to this blog. So that's probably part of why also part of why the traffic's gotten better and better. I didn't do anything for backlinks, zero for backlinks on this blog. If I did start doing the backlinks now, that's probably going to really result in a much even higher traffic. But I want to be careful whatever I do, because I just want to keep, I just want to make sure I chart the path that's going to result in success every time. We'll be doing a lot more case studies too as we go forward, especially once I finish the new KeyWorks software. Okay, we've got a couple of questions, and then we're going to try to round it up for today. Johan's asking me his two questions on the membership basic theme that you recommend. How did you get the sub-menu above the header? And do you know anyone that is knowledgeable with Genesis framework and their child themes? I'm going to answer the second one first, and the answer is no. I don't even know what that is, Johan. I'm sorry. The first question, how did I get the sub-menu above the header? I didn't. I don't know quite where you're saying this. I have the headline, the subject, and the tagline, and then I have the main menu here. This control up here, this is just an admin. It only shows up, I think, I could remove that, and I probably should remove it, but it shows up because I'm the administrator of the blog. The main menu is this dark line here that has all the keywords in it. The sub-menu is the second line that says Contact Us, Privacy Policy, Terms and Conditions, Website Disclaimer. You guys hear me okay? There must be a video playing or something on my machine because it's complaining to me. I'm just going to close that. Perhaps that video is playing. This one, I think that one may be playing. Close that. Back to the menus. Great, glad you guys can hear. Thank you for telling me. GoToWebinar was telling me there was a problem with my audio. So as you can see, once again, the theme locations, main navigation menu, and sub-navigation menu. Not every theme has the same configuration. Okay. To continue with the questions, Matthew asked me, is it worth it to sometimes put self-hosted videos on a site to keep from siphoning off the visitors to YouTube? Totally not. Totally negatory on that, Matthew. There's no reason to do that at all. In fact, your rankings get better if you use a YouTube video. Okay, because Google owns YouTube, so they give preference to people that are networking their own content. Okay? Roy is asking me, do I need any plug-in to embed videos? And that's a negatory, a no. You do not need any plug-in to embed videos. Like on this site right here, my software created the post, but I'm going to show you what the code is, okay, so you can see. If I maximize this, okay. Let your screen catch up for a second. Now you can see the post that I just made, right? And if I go up here and I click source, then you can see the HTML source. And if you notice this particular line right here, it says iframe class equals YouTube player, and then the source has a YouTube embed video. That's all the code that's necessary to embed a YouTube video. There's nothing more needed except one little line of HTML code that you can write yourself. There's no plugin required. Okay? I hope that's clear. Okay, so if there are no more questions, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up for today. I think it's been a pretty good session. Going through a lot of stuff, a lot of important things, a lot of important concepts that people need to get familiar with, and some interesting thoughts for the future coming up. So everyone stay tuned, and thanks, Roy. Thanks, Johan. Glad you guys enjoyed it. I think it's been great. You're welcome, Matthew. Gary, that's right, Gary. It doesn't put the video in without that code. You can get that code on YouTube too. Just go to the embed and copy the embed code. It's exactly the same thing. Frank's asking me how many words you have to have for curating, and like I just showed you, this is what's ranking right now in Google. This kind of stuff, not those big 800-word articles. Those aren't ranking right now. Maybe they did a year ago, but not now. That's awesome. Douglas will keep you in the lop. We'll keep you in the lop. Roland, thanks for your comment. Frank, Fred, Joy, Carl, Douglas, Robert, you the man. No, you the man. Okay, guys, it's been awesome. Really has been. Looking forward to the next one, and I'm really looking forward to throwing this new product on you guys in just a few days. So I'll put the post in Facebook group about the beta testers, and the people that want to do that, respond to that post, and I'll connect with you. Okay? All right, guys, awesome. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for being a part of the membership, and What, Martha? I didn't know what is your question? You're welcome, Sharon. I'm sorry, Martha, I didn't know what your question is. Troy, thanks. Troy, this is the best membership ever. It's not the first time he said that, so he must really mean it, and I thanks Troy. Again, Martha, I really don't know what your question is. So are you on Facebook? If you're on Facebook, I'm going to give you our support address, and you can just contact us there. Oh, yeah, I do. I mean, I don't use Gmail. That was the point. Okay, I mean, I have a couple of Gmail addresses. For my main email, I just use a different provider than Gmail. That's really all that I meant. Okay? Okay. Hey, my pleasure, Gregory. Okay, so you're welcome, Martha. Thanks to everyone again, and you guys have a great day. It's hard to say goodbye. I really don't want to, but I think it's been already over an hour and a half. So you guys have a great, great day, and I'll see you in the Facebook group, and just reach out to me whenever you need me. Talk soon. Bye.
The organ